Have you ever been angry at someone only to realize later they never meant to hurt you at all? If you've ever felt this way, then this story is for you. Once in a quiet village nestled at the foot of a serene mountain lived a wise Zen master. His wisdom was known far and wide, and people traveled from distant lands to seek his guidance. Among his followers was a young boy named Kenji, eager to learn the secrets of life and enlightenment. Kenji often accompanied the Zen master to the nearby lake, where they would sit in silence, watching the ripples dance on the water's surface. One tranquil afternoon, as the sun painted the sky with hues of gold and pink, the master turned to Kenji and said, "Today I will share with you a story that has the power to change your life." Kenji's eyes sparkled with anticipation. The master began, "Long ago, there was a young man much like you, full of questions and a desire to understand the world. He was wise in his own way, but often found himself troubled by the actions and words of others. Every slight, every harsh word, every injustice seemed to pierce his heart and fill him with anger and resentment. One day, this young man decided to seek the counsel of an old Zen master who lived on a remote island in the middle of a vast lake. He rowed a small boat to the island, his mind a storm of thoughts and emotions. When he arrived, he found the master sitting by the shore, gazing at the still waters. The young man bowed respectfully and poured out his troubles. The master listened patiently, his face serene. After a long silence, the master spoke. "Let us take a boat ride," he suggested. The young man agreed, and they set off in a small wooden boat. They rowed in silence, the only sound being the gentle splash of the oars against the water. As they reached the center of the lake, the master stopped rowing and let the boat drift. He closed his eyes, took a deep breath, and then opened them, looking intently at the young man. "Sometimes we let our emotions steer our lives, just as you steer this boat," he said softly. "But what if you let go of the oars?" The young man, puzzled, hesitated, but he trusted the master and slowly released his grip. The boat drifted aimlessly, carried by the gentle currents. The master continued, "Imagine that every time you encounter an insult, an unkind word, or an injustice, you are rowing this boat against the current. You use all your energy fighting against something you cannot control. But if you let go, if you accept things as they are, the current will guide you to where you need to be." As the boat drifted, they saw another boat approaching. It was empty, floating towards them. The young man tensed, ready to steer away, but the master placed a calming hand on his shoulder. "Observe," the master said. The empty boat collided with theirs, causing a small jolt. The young man's first reaction was anger. But then he noticed the boat was indeed empty. There was no one to blame. His anger dissolved as quickly as it had arisen. The master smiled gently. "This is the lesson of the empty boat. When you encounter obstacles in life, imagine they are like this empty boat. There is no one to blame, no reason to get angry. It simply is what it is. Let it pass, and you will find peace." The young man's eyes widened with understanding. He realized that most of his suffering was self-inflicted, a result of holding on to anger and resentment. From that day forward, he practiced the wisdom of the empty boat, letting go of his need to control and accepting life as it came. The Zen master finished his story and looked at Kenji. Remember, Kenji, life is full of empty boats. The more you let go, the more you will find peace within yourself. Kenji nodded, feeling a deep sense of calm wash over him. He knew he had learned a valuable lesson that day. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow over the lake, Kenji and the master sat in silence, embracing the stillness of the moment, their hearts filled with the wisdom of the empty boat. So remember, my friends, let go of what you cannot control. Not everything is meant to hurt you. Peace begins the moment you stop taking things personally. If this story brought you peace, subscribe to learn motivated stories. Grow with us. Stay focused.